Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm back and I'm mad.
Yeah, just go ahead and create accounts for all your friends and family on the YouTubes.
Then you'll never have to actually see them in real life ever again because you can just use your digital family instead. So there you go.
Better.
Is that sad? I don't know.
Everything is better.
I mean, hello, you lot out there. Crazy Redcoat, 87 Collins, Lord Saints, Fulcrum, Hazy Boy. I welcome you to a rather jerryless episode because the poor man has to work tonight, so you will have to do with me. I'm going to do a little catching up on project I've been following the last year. I'm not sure how much the people actually put in their working projects, but we'll see. Demons Up, don't promise anything you can't hold. Maybe you'll get bored to death because the soothing voice of Jerry is missing. Also, you all need to be a bit patient for me because I need a little time to gift you the links. So, I hope everybody is well. This will be our... Oh, what happened? That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's get here. Dang it. He's multiplying. Help. Oh no, oh no. Remove. Yes. Ah, that's better. Well, that almost went sideways for a minute. So, Fallout Scenery by Denzian, who for some reason updated his project today again. I wonder why, I wonder how. So, last time we seen him building stuff, which was some time ago, obviously. Let's get down to business. Oh god. Either the notification system works really weird, or I haven't looked at his updates. My apologies. Getting down, down, down. I know I have seen this before, bloody hell. Yes, so basically he's starting with details, or rather we are starting with details on his already built projects, with a glorious Jerry shot of small magazines you can find laying around all around the wasteland in Fallout 4. And I think 3 as well. So this is something I think we all need to do much more often with our builds. These little posters are, let's say they put a flair to terrain that makes them look more lived in, more real. No, not wank magazines. Those are, for the most part, technical, decorative objects. Therefore, to raise your skills in building and such. So, a huge part of MDF pieces and ruined buildings. 20 quid. That's a steal. And let's see what he has done with them. So he's actually building them, which is always a nice thing with things you have. Truman's beer. Anybody in the audience can tell me where these come from? I don't think I've seen them at Foregrounds, but I may be mistaken. Sarissa sounds like an option. I don't think he wrote what they were. Spare parts, simple ruling from Wargame model mods. Well, guessing then that's settled. And seeing the sheer amount of buildings he has, this is, for a game of Fallout, more than ample. And of course the obvious texturing. These roads we have seen in the before times remain indoors. Before the event. Giant as ad billboards. I think at this point the amount of terrain Denzian has done, we should all poke him to make a battle report. Even using it with a little bit too much red light for a Terminator game. Yeah, works. Still working on even more terrain. Holy shit. How many MDF kits can you fit on a table? Answer, all. I really like these. I think he doesn't have any excuse not to make a battle report, because Fallout has a rather decent solo play mode, so yeah, maybe you will make a battle report for us, please? Simply because we need more of those. A lot more. I would do some if I actually would find the time and the place and somebody to play. I know I got Fallout myself, but I don't have the time. And obviously Denzian has enough time by the sheer amount of terrain he's crunching out. This is insane. Also, I very much like that he's recreating scenes from the actual video game. Look at this. This could be any scene from anywhere in that world. Cheers to you. Yeah, and after MDF there's 3D terrain. Though I think I like the MDF terrain a bit more. Again, simply because these horizontal streaks on 3D printed terrain always annoy me a bit. What do you say, shall we leave a comment and nagging him for a battle report? So there's that settled. Yes, hello James. Jerry is off working. I hear there are things that you need, like money and stuff, so there needs to be work. Also, it's actually my moment to get a word in. Next project then is by Jodane. Again, he's... damn it. Star Wars Hobby Weekend. Anybody's guess how long ago that is? I don't want to look at it. So, last time we were here, or rather say I was here, again, an ongoing project, and he started using pigments on this model kit, which is by Revell, if I'm correct, and it's in scale for Legion, which is very nice because some of these Revell models are actually affordable. And I love his field camouflage, even though the stuff he's using for it looks a bit like the gun emplacement has dreadlocks or something. Famous last word, last figures done. No, I think there's more to come. And also final photographs? I don't think so. There's some more coming up. That's a nice, decent, small-ish force. The core set +2, I think. And some heroes. And I really want to play Legion again. I can't wait before this whole crap of a lockdown disaster. I can't wait for 2020 to finally end and be over. You wank job, Jerry. Get back painting. Stop saying hi. Hi, Lena. One day I'll get you. The Star Wars Weekend Hobby Cap. Do you mean this one? And I'm guessing you also have the little dice bag. Now, back on topic. Oh, the shirt I had on last week, so yeah, it's getting its mileage. Next saga starts here, so he's going with the Commando expansion. I'm missing 1 or 2 operatives in this. I'm hoping he hasn't forgotten them. He has, and he's gone on to making tauntauns. That's a large photo. That's something that would make Lloyd very happy. I don't think I'm all with him on this camouflage pattern on the speeder, to be brutally honest. Simply because it's a civilian vehicle, and I think it would be even better camouflaged if it stayed a civilian vehicle, but to each his own. And if this is all his like the texture on his basing is suggesting just wood and marshes, then, well, it maybe makes more sense than a bright red speeder. Oh, see, here are some aliens. Excuse me. I wish that Atomic Mass Games would do some more expansion simply to get more variation on the tabletop. And also, Atomic Mass Games, just in case anybody listens, please give me Star Wars Epic, yes? If not, I'm going to stream again tomorrow. I promise. I'll be back. Until I get my Star Wars Epic Legion. Yes, I know I can be annoying with that. But let's be fair, it would look totally awesome on the table. And funny enough, I had the discussion today on a German Discord server where somebody raised the question, oh, I just got into War Master, why doesn't anybody do 10mm fantasy battles? And yeah, why is it? Maybe because nobody's buying it? The greatest movie ever made. I actually had something planned for that tonight, Crispin. But sadly the render was broken, so that will be next week. Yeah, I've linked him to what's his face, these nice looking 3D print company. And yeah, he still is under the impression why has nobody told me that this exists. Yeah, and to be fair, it's a local Discord server from our town here. I'm guessing by the username he's also a very young person. So War Master probably is for him something like from the ancient before times. Have fun with D&D, Lord Saints, and always roll a 1, I guess. I can't tell. So this was rather Jordane's Star Wars Hobby Weekend that is expanding into 2021. And yeah, I'm hopeful that there will be more on this at some point. Maybe he's doing some interesting vehicles next when Atomic Mass Games finally releases the LA-AT and the AA5. And why can't they think of better names? Horatio, his nose blower. I hope this is the correct project number. Yes, it is. Taking off the mask. So last time we have seen him, he did something. And obviously the project system didn't take my button mashing, because I know we have seen this where he had been making a lot of green stuff work on his leader character. So after that, you damn system, take my clicks. There were the obligatory, very colorful Easter eggs and decorations. Yeah, I think if he's going to try one of these on any of his miniatures, that's a road straight to insanity. Oh look, he tried. But not to the amount of detail like in the pictures, so that's good on him, I think, because it would be very painful to see him go to where everybody has these tight, cuddly jackets on. Oh, he took a break from Saga. Okay, he's doing strange talkings with 3D sculptors in Russia. I don't know if I like that idea. But then again, his results are nice. And these aren't even their final form. Yes, and just in case, Horatio, you are watching this or turning in later, I'm sorry that I'm so lazy on the writing emails part. I just don't have anything interesting to write, I guess. Next up then, Fuck. Huzza building a Polish army. Let's see if this goes. There it is. I, as one of you, Crispin. Oh, very much thank you. I think. Next week, then, I'll make up for the lack of Petey Wheatstraw. So let's see, where did we leave? We left, I think, not so long ago. Or am I wrong again? My brain is leaving me. Oh yes, the interesting Countess of Doom. And he shat in a box. So there's a little... What is he using that for? Paint and PVA and grid. Well, let's see how that works for him. Some plaster on the board to make it fit. And then, where's the result? There's the result. It doesn't look too tasty. And I'm going to say any parent in the audience who has a memory of what the inside of a toddler's poo bag looked, pretty sure, yes, it's baby shit. Yeah, it's actually accurate color. The consistency seems to be right as well. This is what you... this is what they don't show you when they talk about how nice it is to have a child. This is literally the backside of your baby. Have fun. That being said, changing diapers can be fun. Especially if you manage to evade the ballistic flying curve of a turd exiting your child. Don't ask me how I know that, because I won't tell. Yeah, poop machine that needs filling. Every now and again it needs also an oil change. You, sir, do much more work on your bases than I do on my miniatures. To be honest. I know I'm a lazy painter at best, but this is putting me to shame. And the current internet speeds also. This, children, is what internet was in the grey dark times of the 90s. And when we're about 50%, somebody picks up the phone and wants to call somebody, and the internet connection is gone. Yes. Get on with it! Bloody hell, we'll come back later. But I wonder, why are you always screaming in your projects? Is this some kind of anger relief management? And painting edge bases by means of a pen is A, brilliant, B, cheating. And C, it's not goblin green. Why is it not goblin green? Is there a pen that makes goblin green? I need goblin green as a pen. Yeah, this is very nicely done, and this isn't even ready yet. Oh God. See, this is what I mean. There's more color on the base, more shades and edge highlights than I ever have done on any of my miniatures. Well, happens. Shall we go on then? Pathetic Berserker. And he's doing Twisted. This is only a one entry update, but this is one for the eyes. This is looking so absolutely gorgeous. Hello, Doc. Welcome the fuck. Oh, again, the paints, the images are teasing us. There it is. Just look at that amount of detail. And all the colorful, cheery colors. To be honest, this is a walking sewer, but it doesn't look like a sewer, because in my imagination, my inner projector, if you will, sewers always look rotten, dark and unhealthy. And this one looks almost cheerful. Like, if it weren't for the sickly yellow pot he's walking in, I'd say he's on a nice summer day taking a walk in the park, scaring the shit out of old people and making children cry. This one is really something for the eyes. Something to aspire to achieve, knowing, nope, you're never going to get it. I'm not sure if he already was nominated for a gold button or even got one for this one. I think he had. If not, I think this is a worthy one, especially with seeing how this came to fruition. I really like this. I'd like to propose this as a golden button, please, Ben, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Oh, Grimwolf is showing off his new Star Wars toys, is he? Yes. Buying the stocks of all UK. So I'm not at fault, because he's buying the English versions as I am the German version. So unless you're wanting to buy German translations of any Star Wars Legion product, Grimwolf is your enemy, not me. And speaking of Ralph, we have recorded another episode of Imperial Interlude, which is available on your favorite podcast wherever, and next Sunday we will do the next. Also, did I mention I've got this Thursday off? It's a holiday and I can sleep in. I can't wait to be awake at 8 o'clock for no reason. Next up then is the very, very fast growing project of the sisters. Oh, I think there's going to happen a sneeze. Hang in there. Oh, you know the feeling when somebody starts digging somewhere deep inside? This can't only go wrong. Oh. Yeah, Dutch hay fever is a part of it. Plus a very dry air in my hobby room because of all the electronics heating up the air all the time. Excuse me. This is a hay fever. So, back to business. Dolgarth and his Sisters of Emperor's Mercy. We've seen this project more than once, and he just keeps adding stuff. And I think it was Jerry last time mentioning at some point he needs to start painting. I'm not so sure anymore. I'm afraid he has heard you there, Jerry, and I think because he's a cunt,
Hey, fuck you.
he's just buying more and more female miniatures to add to his army. And not painting any of them. Wanker. Yeah, these are all over the place. And you can't tell me that this isn't going to be an epic army if he ever gets around painting it. This one on the left, I think this is the re-release of that very iconic Codex miniature they've done. which is one of the few times where Games Workshop actually did something I can appreciate. Taking a very old, sought-after thing and re-releasing it. Or not crapping it up. Yeah, if these start getting painted, I think... Oh, painting begins. 25th of April. Okay, they're primed. And this is a whole new level of army priming in one go. Did he use a bed sheet somewhere? I hope you did this outside, not indoors. And then the black base coating. Okay. Heavy dry brush on the bases. But is there actually any paint on him? Basically. Well, primed and the bases are black. Technically, you're not even 3 colors in yet. Well, what are you waiting for? Get on with it! But again, that's more than I do currently. Next object of desire is sprinkling challenge. If he builds it, they may come. Grey isn't a third color, that's just a gradient of black and white. So, Abelmac, who is on a building rampage. And again, I know we have seen this entry, and I know for sure I've hit all the buttons. And again, the bloody project system didn't take them. So here we have an example of how you prepare to build any rooftops. Lloyd. Because simply cutting triangles doesn't work. Lloyd. And not is he only taking notes, he's doing very fine sketches. So much so that I'm willing to believe he's at least half German. Oh, some mountains he's continuing on. Not much to see here instead of just some cut up foam. But easy does it. Is that a double entry? It's a double entry. Double entry, double points. Speaking of terrain, has anybody heard anything about from Mel the Terrain Tutor, apart from his last video, which was basically a promotion for the Coffee and Table books? I haven't, and I've reached out to him via email, and hadn't heard him back from him. I'm a bit worried that he's not finding his mojo again for doing videos, and hobby would be a very big loss for the community, I think. So, in the very unlikely event that Mel is watching this, Mel, we love you and we need you back on YouTube. And you can cut back on the cell. And, yeah. You can do this, mate. Let's crack on! Yes, Collins, I've seen I've seen the last video before the one where he did the promotion for Dave's new project, and it felt a bit forced is the wrong word. He wanted to do it, but he felt like he was nervous as fuck, and I don't know why. Just be you, Mel. Do the things you want. Don't listen to the haters. Be yourself. That said, still can very much recommend this book of his. And I can recommend reading it before asking him stupid questions that are answered in the book. So, next is Old Hammer by Horus 500, and he has added color. And again, this is one of these again, a double entry. The project system must be on the fritz. It's basically just one entry that's been added, but just look at those minis. Tell me these don't have character. These are not painted to be... I'm going to sound like a dick, but I'm doing that anyway. So they're not looking like something that is going to be entered into a Golden Demon contest. But man, just imagine having an army of these in front of you going out on a charge, or simply standing there and taunting you. I'd love to play a game against an army that is painted in that consistency and with that confidence. I really want to see more of these, Horus. Please, yes? Can we do more? Please, sir, can I have more? Jumping on to the next Spring Clean Challenger. This is some weird coincidence that these are all Spring Clean challenges. Soap Dodger is pushing forward on his Infinity models. And let me tell you, he's making me cry again. It's basically just a showcase again. But just look at it. The craftsmanship that goes into these miniatures makes me want to strangle him. Especially things like these non-metallic metals. Way back in the school days when I was bored to shit, I've tried to emulate that via the means of using a pencil and a biro, which works rather nicely on 2D paper, but if you start going into 3D modeling, holy fuck, I'm really not going to try this. Though maybe I need some side project that puts me off. Oh, bacon! Angry bacon. I don't know why there's angry bacon in this project, because I tend not to read. Obviously I can't read. Just look at this. It's infuriating. And it's even more infuriating that I can't show the bigger pictures because of the bloody project system not getting on with it. Base is matching the terrain. How anal can you get about details on your miniatures? How? Soap Dodger loves anal. Okay. I don't know how I should take that. Oh, that's too much info. What are you? A child? It's almost like he didn't paint them for as gaming pieces, but simply as a display piece. And then again, wouldn't it be a waste to have minis that are painted to this degree of skill, and then have it just sit somewhere in a cabinet collecting dust, being looked at every 4 to 5 days and not used to beat the living shit out of your opponent? I'd say it would be a waste, yes, a very good waste. Yeah, and the project system obviously is totally crapping out on us. Oh no, so just look at the freehanding he's done on any of these. The lettering, the bloody non-metal metal. This looks so awesome. How can you paint eyes at that scale? It's beyond me. Yes. Maybe I should just quit painting. Maybe I should embrace the school of Jerry and just build them, prime them, and then leave it at that. I need a drink. Oh, Dutch, I wouldn't go out and tell that Red Cross isn't aligned. I'm pretty sure if you're taking some measurements from where the code actually stops on both sides and you measure it across the fabric, you'll get some rather close approximation. There aren't any eyes on Legion miniatures. Grimwolf, what are you talking about? They all wear helmets. Everyone. Next then is the waterfront. This little boat grows near and dear to my heart with each passing add-on he does. Last time there was the decision made about whether or not the railroads should be flush or prominent. And it seems like he has actually made up his mind and started building. So balsa wood to make the planks. And I love this reference material. This is actually how I imagine a 1940s, 1950s harbor to be. Maybe more seagulls, but you can't have everything, can you? Maybe add some seagulls to your terrain then, just as a nice point of interest. Where does he get this cobblestone from? Brick pattern on eBay. This works perfectly, I'd say. the sheer amount of manual labor that he has done for this woodwork all across the board, literally. That's a time sink, if anything. And now we come to the colorful and cheerful stuff. So there's an MDF kit by Sarissa. They pop up more often than not. I'm under the impression they have been lurking in the back somewhere with every product at the ready, or they are just crunching new models out left, right, and center as we speak. And given the geometry of these, what do you call them, trolley cabs, they actually fit the style very much. I'm guessing if you would take a cable car from San Francisco, you know, these open ones you see in some of the action movies, actually would fit that building style via MDF as well. He is going full hog on this. Come on. Come on. We don't have time. Is this a public toilet or a air raid bunker? Could be anything. Could be a pillbox, could be a public toilet. And then some, what is this going to be? An alleyway? And just look at it. If a bit of black coat for the tarmac, and it's already looking very nice. So this is one of the projects where I personally think the MDF terrain really fits the overall aesthetic. And I think there could be there could be project that take one or two hints from this, because how do you put it? The way these different MDF kits work together on this build is really nice, and none of them look too MDF-y, so you need to take a second look to actually see that it's an MDF kit. I'm wondering, is this also an MDF kit? It's laser cut wood, so it's basically the same. But still, it works perfectly fine. And yes, Jerry, if you don't know, the difference between a pillbox and a public toilet, shitting is not optional. I'll give you that. Next up is a project that had some laughs today. Not the project itself, but the mentioned game, League of Infamy. There was a trailer released on YouTube for Infamy today, and in the trailer it said coming to Kickstarter October 21, 21st, 25th, something along those lines. And I was wondering, wait a minute, coming to Kickstarter? Isn't that out already? So I'm guessing, yeah, they forgot to cut the coming to Kickstarter part before releasing the trailer for some weird reason. It's the small things that make me smile and grin when professionals do stuff. So he had been here and he hasn't done much. Last time we were here, he was just about scraping every miniature, referencing a jerry can, which is always a good thing, and somebody doing more of those. I like these miniatures, and let me... A very tiny dragon. I think this could be... If these miniatures are readily available and not too expensive, I think these would make awesome beginners models for some kind of boot camp. Because I'm guessing most young adults / children that get into painting would like to paint something fantasy, and if you give them the choice to paint a dragon, I'm pretty sure they would take the chance of painting a dragon, even if it's not a full-scale one. And talking about children and the hobby, I'd like to know from you lot, how would you go about bringing somebody into the hobby that isn't 10 years or older, so basically small childs, not too young obviously, that we don't want them to eat the miniatures or drink the paint. How would you go about doing that? Maybe that's something I need to make a forum topic to discuss about on tabletop. Yeah, Denley, I did the same. I think there's already a project from my daughter on the forums, on the project system. I got her some, excuse me, cheap HeroClix models, and the just set her up with some paints and brushes and let her go. You lost patience, Danley. How's that? But my daughter lost interest after, I think, about 10 minutes for that one painting session, and then came back the next day. And to be fair, I don't blame her. It's... Yeah, okay, I'm just talking about currently painting. The a game itself needs to be, not wanting to say dumbed down, but to simplified, to make up for the lack of forethought. But on the topic of children's and games, the next project is Millie Clarissa Pierce, and she's one of 2 entries in the Spring Clean Challenge Young Ones, and she's doing a double entry again? No. She's painting her, what do you call them? Stormcloaks? No. Stormcast Eternals. Autopops. Yes, thank you, Jerry. And she's soldiering on. This is, we can't say it any otherwise. She's keeping with it, but then again, she has a decent setup to go with at first. She's got a painting mat, she's got a wet palette, and she's got painting lights. And I'm going out on a limb here and say she's got a dad who is nagging her to finish painting so he can cash in the check she's going to win. At least that would be what I would be doing. Yeah, actually doing detail work on shields and parts of the cloaks. I like this. And everybody who is in chat, I think I forgot to add the link. This should be it. Hit the buttons. Now, it's only child labor if it's not from your family and you would potentially pay them in any way, shape or form. As long as it's your own offspring, it's a family-run business. They are not employees. Even if you would pay them, it still wouldn't be child labor because it's your child. At least by German laws. I can't speak for any other country in the world, of course. But yeah, it's family-run business. Of course it is. What else should it be? The gaming mat, he says. Is it a gaming mat? It's upside down. Outer circle, inner circle, faction leader, inner circle. Supporters. I couldn't tell you. And I don't think there's a better picture of that mat in this project, where it may be written somewhere. Ideology points. Nope. Nothing to see. And I think in the... What does it say? State announced policies. Well, sounds like some weird game of politics. Welcome back, Duck the Fuck. You're just right in time for another Jerry's appeared. Oh god. They're multiplying. So these were the project that actually had that project that I followed that had updates done to them. I'm pretty sure next time I'm going to have some more to say. And the tightly scripted half an hour is actually a bit short this week. But as the lights in the back show, they are for some fucking reason losing energy in a different speed, as am I, because I'm old. Lack of distraction. No, there is no distraction when Jerry is here. There is a surplus of information that needs to be spread across you unknowing dimwits. He just wants you to know everything. He wants to share his knowledge and make sure that you all use the appropriate tools, paints, and of course bases. Oracle of Blarney. Statecraft. Google for the win. Yeah. Still don't know what Statecraft is. I will remember Grimwolf, but first I need to remember Friday to actually watch that episode. Panzer, Wednesday night Mumble in the Rumble. Rumble in the Mumble. I think I'll be there at some point. Given the fact that I'm off work for the Thursday, I might even have a drink. So with that, I thank you everybody for being here, especially Jerry still lurking in the background, chugging along with the paintbrush in hand. Crazy Redco, that's 8 p.m. GMT, I think, yes. It's 9 p.m. German time. No, Jerry is not muted. I wouldn't dare do such things. Lena wouldn't let me. So, with that again, thank you everybody. I hope to hear you lot tomorrow on the unofficial pirate radio knockoff, that is our Mumble Rumble, with Panzer Kaputt and me. And if not, read you again later. Tatty bye. I think I'll go and have a wank now.